Behold, I will stand before you there on the rock at Horeb. There you shall strike the rock, and water will come out of it, so that the people may drink. And Moses did so in the sight of the elders of Israel. A lot of people don't realize there were two incidents where Moses struck the rock in two separate places. The first here in Exodus was in Horeb, not in Meribah, two separate places. And God said, watch this, take the exact rod with which I judged Egypt. He didn't say just take a stick or a rod. He said specifically the rod through which my judgment came, strike the rock. Why? Because Jesus would become the object of God's judgment on our behalf. And the same rod that God strikes the wrath on the world with, he ultimately struck his son with for the sake of our penance and our forgiveness and our atonement. He took the rod of God's judgment and struck. Who is the rock? Jesus Christ. Out of him flows rivers of living water. Now, Moses obeyed God perfectly at Horeb. That's the type there. Now we fast forward in Numbers and we see God, now watch this, most people miss this, God said, speak to the rock. Don't strike it. And Moses was angry because he was in the same situation at Meribah he was in at Horeb, and that's people backbiting, moaning, complaining, ready to stone him because they're thirsty and they think they're dying. And Moses said, what do we got to do? Make more water come out of the rock for you to believe? And God said, speak. Why? Because the first time the rock had to be struck, that is the type. Jesus Christ was struck once. He was crucified once, and the water flowed. The second time, God says, speak, because now you and I, he's not struck again. We now speak, we pray, and the water flows. Now we just speak to God in his name because he is the rock and the water flows freely.